minutes, but we want to start with that late breaking news coming out of Birmingham. Multiple gunmen believed to be on the run after a deadly shooting. Now, the tragedy taking place in the heart of 5 Points South. We're told it happened on Magnolia Avenue near 20th Street. Now, we're live and local this morning with WVTM 13's Emma Owen standing by. Here's what we know so far. 4 people are dead and 18 others are injured. Investigators telling us several shooters opened fire on a crowd of people outside of a popular lounge. At this time, no arrests have been made. I do want to bring back WVTM 13's Emma Owen. She's been following this story all morning long with us as well. Emma, can you tell us what is the latest update?
Pause. Y'all not tired of the killing? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that a black person did this. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe a Caucasian person did this. Put a 3 in the chat if you believe that a Mexican person or Latino person did this. Put a 4 in the chat if you believe an Indian person did this. You have 4 people dead, 4 people with life-threatening injuries, and 18 people shot. What in the world? What's going on out here? Inflation can't be that wicked because y'all in a club with it. So obviously you got a little bread, a little money to throw. So it can't be that. Perhaps it's gang activities. But what happens to the innocent bystanders? So win or lose, we're losing as a whole. I don't get it. I honestly just don't get it. Let's run it back again. Birmingham. What happened to Sweet Home Alabama? Can anybody tell me what happened to Sweet Home Alabama? Birmingham. And it's always shootings around the election time. That's what I don't get. Mass amount of shooting always ramp up around election season. But this one, I don't think it has anything to do with politics. This is just straight in the street. But let's run this back again. Watch the entire video.
And good morning, I'm Jarvis Robertson. We'll have your first check of weather in just a few minutes, but we want to start with that late breaking news coming out of Birmingham. Multiple gunmen believed to be on the run after a deadly shooting. Now, the tragedy taking place in the heart of 5 Points South. We're told it happened on Magnolia Avenue near 20th Street. Now, we're live and local this morning with WVTM 13's Emma Owen standing by. Here's what we know so far. 4 people are dead and 18 others are injured. Investigators telling us several shooters opened fire on a crowd of people outside of a popular lounge. At this time, no arrests have been made. I do want to bring back WVTM 13's Emma Owen. She's been following this story all morning long with us as well. Emma, can you tell us what is the latest update we received from police?
Well, Jarvis, police tell us that a total of 22 people were shot here last night. Among them, 4 died, 3 men and a woman, and then 18 others were also shot. Their injuries ranged from non-life-threatening to...
May a moment of silence goes out to the family that lost their loved ones. We need a moment of silence. Because nothing don't change until you change. Nothing don't change until you change. Nothing will change until you change. So this mass shooting, why? Why?
Life-threatening. And now police say multiple shooters fired at a large group of people who were outside the 5 Points Entertainment District last night. This was on Magnolia Avenue South, where we are here this morning. Now, detectives do not think this was a random shooting. Rather, they believe it stemmed from an isolated incident and multiple people were caught in the crossfire. Right now, they're working to answer several questions. Who are these suspects? Who is the intended target? And also whether or not a Glock switch was used to carry out this mass shooting.
So hold.
We are investigating that there's multiple shootings, and we are investigating that there possibly was a switch used.
Pause. So not only that, but they use a switch, something that when you shoot, you have no control. Something is spitting out at the gun. A 30-round clip is emptied in under a fraction of a second. So you're just shooting wild. You're not even shooting to hit your target, not promoting violence or anything along that nature. But you're not even shooting to hit your target. What does that say? What was the age range? Was it an adult or young kids running around with their head chopped off, brain screwed loose, playing too much GTA and really don't know that that's an entrapment? You're really in a trap. You don't own these jail cells, right? Most of y'all can't afford a lawyer. Y'all can't even get buried properly. Can't afford that. You don't have no type of life insurance. You don't have no trust set up. You have nothing along that nature. So who's really losing here? Leave your thoughts down below with this one, because this one shocked the hell out of me this morning. I said, what? Let me hurry up and cover this because it's crazy to me. 20-something people hit? It's like, I feel like we're in a civil war already. 22 people?
Which goes to show you how important it is we get anyone and everyone who has that in their arsenal off of our streets.
Indeed.
That was Officer Truman Fitzgerald with the Birmingham Police Department. Now, he says BPD is working with the ATF and FBI to solve these questions here in this case that still remain. In the meantime, they're asking anybody with information to come forward, especially business owners here in the 5 Points South area, anybody who may have captured what happened last night on surveillance footage. Now, you can call BPD directly with any tips or information. You can also report them anonymously through Crime Stoppers. Live in Birmingham, Emma Owen, WVTM 13.
Emma, thank you. Now, we're still waiting to hear the condition of the victims that were taken to the hospital. We spoke to a bystander who was there right after the chaos erupted. He describes the scene as very scary.
You don't see stuff like this. Just you going out to have a good time and you walk up on something like this. So it's very rare that you see something like this very close to home, so it's just kind of sad for, the public and the family members and friends of the people that got wounded.
Now, as you heard Officer Truman Fitzgerald say, police believe that Glock switches were used during this tragic shooting. This gives a person the ability to switch between a semi-automatic shot or fully automatic ones. The National Firearms Act classifies these devices as a machine gun.
It is.
Now, there's been a concentrated effort to get these guns off the streets. Operation Flip Switch is an initiative working to help. Now, we'll continue to stay on top of this late breaking news for you throughout the morning.
Man, this is crazy to me. Let's go for another take of this. This is crazy to me. Alabama mass shooting, 4 dead, 17 hit. What in the world? 4 dead.
Following a mass shooting at an entertainment area of Birmingham, Alabama, Saturday night. We're learning it killed 4 people and injured at least 21 others. Police saying the shooting happened in a Birmingham area just after 11 p.m., known as the 5 Points South. Initial reports saying club patrons were outside a hookah and cigar lounge. Police arrived quickly and found some victims on the street. We're also learning 3 of the 4 killed were pronounced dead at the scene, and another victim died at the University of Alabama Birmingham Hospital. Now, Birmingham police don't yet know what precipitated this event and whether the attack was a drive-by shooting or whether shooters were on foot. A Birmingham police officer explains what police know at this point. Take a listen.
We believe that multiple shooters fired multiple shots on a group of people in the 2000 block of Magnolia Avenue. There's no one in custody, and we cannot stress to the public how important it is for us to have information in this investigation. We have reached out to our partners with the ATF. We have reached out to our partners with the FBI. You will have a plethora of law enforcement agencies assisting the Birmingham Police Department. And rest assured, we are going to do everything we possibly can to make sure that we uncover, identify, and hunt down who was ever responsible for preying on our people this morning. We were told that all of the victims were out in the open on either a sidewalk or the street. So these group of shooters fired upon these victims when they were out in the open. We were not told that this happened inside of any business. This was on either a sidewalk or a city street.
Was this a drive-by shooting, or were the shooters on foot as well?
Our detectives are working to confirm whether the shooters walked up on the victims or drove by in a vehicle. And that's why we need the public's help.
All right, so that was the very latest from authorities in that area, and they go on to say they think the weapons involved could be switch-use guns, which are weapons that can be converted to fully automatic weapons. They're asking anyone with information or surveillance video to call Crime Stoppers. The number for that area is 205-254-77.
That's crazy to me, man. When is it going to stop? When is it going to stop? It's like you can't get a break. Last week, they just tried to hit at Trump. A couple prior weeks before that, now you got this mass shooting. Now you have these school shooters. Now you have the migrant crisis with the inflation and everything else. You got Diddy. You got Oprah Winfrey and Kamala just embarrassing herself. Embarrassing herself. And I begin to think, is this all a game? Everyone's just playing. It got to be a game. It got to be a game. But leave your thoughts down below. I really want to know what you thought about this one. Make sure that you're safe. Wintertime is coming. Make sure that you're safe. I left some links down below. I'm going to upload at the end of the video. Make sure you tap into the links. Get your EMF, electromagnetic frequency protector. Get you some business funding or anything along that nature. And let me know how I can add value to you on whatever you're going through in your life. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. And remember, positivity over negativity always, because we need it. We've been doing the wrong things for so long that what's going to make it right? What's going to make it right?